What's up, everybody? Windy City Sports here. Just got this quick video coming out. We got a tier maker list here tonight. Um, I got this video idea from Kenny Beecham, King of the Fourth Quarter. Give a quick shout out to him. Go subscribe to him real quick. Another Chicago guy. Kenny for real. I'll have his link to the channel in the description and on the first comment as well. Thank you, Kenny, for this idea. Shout out to you. Um, so yeah, today we're gonna be ranking NFL teams by watchability heading into. So we got an interesting team to start this tier ranking. The New Orleans Saints. For me, they're in between. They're either trash or good. I don't mind it, but I don't see much intrigue in the Saints. I could like Derek Carr. I'm gonna say good. Um, their roster is loaded. Their defense is getting older, but they still have Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins, and I am in love with the Miami Dolphins. They are electrifying. I don't even have to say the names, but I will. They got the two nuclear weapons on the outside, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They added one of the greatest defensive coordinators in NFL history, Vic Fangio, with a generational cornerback in Jalen Ramsey. I love watching the Miami Dolphins. They are electrifying. Next, we got another controversial team, Baltimore. Um, Odell, obviously, they drafted Zay Flowers. Lamar's back, got his bag. It's either in between great or electrifying for Baltimore. Because when Lamar Jackson is on, it is fun to watch. I'm going to say great. Another great AFC team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Electrifying for me, man. Best receiving core in the league. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Burrow is an absolute just a machine back there. And their defense is underrated. The Cincinnati Bengals, when they are on, they are electrifying. Next, we got the Denver Broncos. A lot of opinions with the Denver Broncos. Ooh, this is gonna be a doozy. I'm gonna say good. Russell Wilson, he's still good. I don't see him shit in the bed. I don't see him shit in the bed again with Sean Payton as his coach. I don't see that happening. Their defense, I don't think, will be as good. They lost their coordinator. But the Broncos, I say they're a pretty good team. So put them in good. Next, we got the New York Giants. Saquon Barkley re-signed today. They had that playoff win last year. I'm going to put them in the same tier as the Saints and the Broncos. Just one of those, teams. They're not electrifying like Miami or Cincinnati. They're just there with the Broncos and the Saints. Minnesota Vikings. I don't know how they keep doing this, but they're similar to New Orleans, Denver, and the New York Giants, but they keep getting these Hall of Fame electrifying players, Randy Moss, Adrian Peterson, and now Justin Jefferson. They're going in the great category because, man, when Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, and Justin Jefferson are letting that thing fly, it is fun to watch. Next, we got the LA Rams. If this was 2 years ago, they're an electrifying. But now, man, they still got Cooper Kupp. Aaron Donald's one of the GOAT deep tackles. But as a team, man, it's not fun seeing Stafford get just absolutely crushed, getting sacked every other play, running for his life. No, they drafted some guys, but I don't think this will be a good year for the Rams. And I don't think they're that fun to watch. Not as fun as Minnesota and Baltimore. I'm going to put them in good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They lost the GOAT. They still got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, but I'm gonna put them in trash. Here's why, man. Todd Bowles, I don't believe him in as a head coach. Great coordinator, great defensive coordinator, huge part of why Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. But as a head coach, just not good. You have 9-8 with Tom Brady at quarterback. Ah, I think this team is it's going to be not fun to watch this year, Tampa Bay. Detroit Lions, the most hype they've ever had in my life. I'm in my early 20s. I've never seen any hype like this for the Lions. And I'm a diehard Bears fan. I pay attention to the Lions. I've never seen anything like this. I say they're more fun to watch than those teams in good. They have a ton of hype. When their offense was fun last year, they brought back everyone. They added what's his face, Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. Alvin Kamara comps to him. If he's anything like Alvin Kamara, this team will be even more fun to watch. Lions and great. My Chicago Bears. I'm not going to miss a game. I'm not going to be biased either. But if I wasn't a Bears fan, I would still put them in great because of how electrifying Justin Fields is as a quarterback. This guy was just pulling out 50 and 60-yard touchdown runs out of his ass last year. And they added so many pieces. I'm gonna take the Bears, man, and great. We're going to have our first NFC team in electrifying in the San Francisco 49ers. This team is just absolutely loaded. They lost to Miko Ryans a D coordinator. They still got Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Hufungas, Troy Polamalu. Not as good, but he could be as good. But he gives Troy Polamalu vibes, Talanoa, Hufunga, offense, McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. Those guys can score on any play from anywhere. Man, the Niners, they're electrifying. George Kittle, too. That guy is an absolute tank. Shout out to George Kittle. NFC champs, Philadelphia Eagles. Another one we're going to put. I'm actually on the fence here, great and electrifying. I'm going to go electrifying because they are so dominant at the line of scrimmage. And they got two great receivers, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts can take off and have 50-yard runs and not get touched. You know, that's what makes them special, is and take big hits. So, yeah, Philadelphia, electrifying. Next, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. I would put them in trash, but they have some really good players on their team. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby, just to name a few. I'm going to put them in good. Just like the Rams, the team's not that great, but they have some really good players at the top, like I just mentioned. Next, the Green Bay Packers. They lost their boy, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to put them in trash. I'm a Bears fan, but still, this is the least hype the Packers have had in forever. They had 2 top 10 quarterbacks ever for 30 years. Can they strike iron 3 times in a row? I don't believe it. I pray that doesn't happen as a Bears fan. If that does, I'm never watching football again. Washington Commanders. Not great. Sam Howell. They're intriguing. Just because of Sam Howell. That's really it. That's all I have to say on the Commanders. Everyone's favorite to probably have the number 1 pick in the 2024 draft. The worst team in the league, the Arizona Cardinals. Trashed one of Kyler Murray for 8 games. The quarterbacks, Colt McCoy and Clayton Tune. And Clayton Tune could be good. Colt McCoy's been good for a while, but I'm only going to watch Arizona if they play the Bears, which they do. And that's it. And then if they pop up on Red Zone. Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know why so many people keep sleeping on this team, but as a team to watch, it's good. Their defense, TJ Watt is an absolute menace, but they're not that fun to watch compared to those 3 NFC North teams, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota. So yeah, good. The Buffalo Bills. Do I think they're as fun to watch as Cincinnati, Miami, San Fran, and Philly? Josh Allen is great, but I don't know. They were super fun to watch 2 years ago. Last year, not as much. I'm gonna say great for the Bills, man. I'm gonna say great for the Bills. I just don't think they're as fun to watch as those four teams ahead. But they are great to watch. Definitely watch a Bills game. Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to put them in intriguing because of the quarterback situation, similar to Washington. They have a better chance to make the playoffs than Washington, in my opinion. Atlanta intriguing. Seattle Seahawks. Again, this is an opinion list, so you can say whatever you want in the comments, but the Seattle Seahawks, I love watching them. They electrify. Their defense is young. They fly around. Their offense is explosive with Metcalf and Lockett. And they added Jackson Smith and Jigba. Kenneth Walker is an absolute dog. He is him. So, Seattle electrifying. New England Patriots. Ooh. This could either be trash or good. I'm going to say good. Just because their defense is fun to watch. Getting after the quarterback. But their division is stacked. Everyone's thinking they're going to be last. But I'm going to say New England, it's good to watch. They're not as bad as those three teams at the bottom. Cleveland Browns. You got Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I'm going to say intriguing just because of Deshaun Watson. Obvious reasons. You have to either relax with the massage, you have to get so much stress, or he's going to look like himself again. If he can be, all seriousness though, if he can be what he was in Houston, they could be good. Some people think that they will be. I do not believe in Cleveland at all. Houston Texans, just like all three, the Washington, Atlanta, and Cleveland. It's because of the quarterback. See how C.J. Stroud does in the NFL. I love what they did in the draft as well with Will Anderson, and D'Amico Ryans, I think, is a really good coach. I'm really interested and intrigued by the Texans. Kansas City Chiefs, I think most of us can agree, electrifying. Might be seeing the Michael Jordan of the NFL right now. The only man who can possibly catch Brady in terms of rings. This guy is not a human, Patrick Mahomes. We are seeing history right now. Electrifying for the Chiefs. Dallas Cowboys, similar to the Bills, on the verge of great and electrifying. Their defense, Micah Parsons alone, makes it great. I'm going to say great for Dallas. I'd rather watch an Eagles game or a Cowboys, probably the Eagles. But Dallas and Buffalo, we're probably going to watch a lot of that because that's prime time. Those two teams will be playing prime time a ton, Buffalo and Dallas. So I'll be seeing a lot of them, and they're both great watches. LA Chargers, just because of Justin Herbert alone, they are in the great category. I love Justin Herbert's a special quarterback. Just fire Brandon Staley already. That actually pisses me off. I don't know why they kept Brandon Staley and didn't give Sean Payton the Brinks truck. Chargers, they're going to be fun to watch, but I don't see them making the playoffs this year, thanks to Brandon Staley doing dumb shit again. Jets, Aaron Rodgers has killed me year after year after year. I can't tell you. Either intriguing or electrifying. That's because the main piece of this entire thing hasn't played a snap yet. I'm gonna go electrifying. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's been killing me for years. He's so good, and he doesn't even look like he's trying out there. Like, to throw the ball, it takes no effort for Aaron Rodgers to get it right where it needs to be. Their defense is great. They kept all their coordinators, so I don't think they'll have a drop-off. Jets and electrifying. Yeah, check that. They brought in Nathaniel Hackett, so Rodgers won't have growing pains. They kept their defensive coordinator, which means they're not going to fall off at all. Carolina Panthers, I want to put them in good, but Bryce Young, I'm going to say intriguing. I I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. It's not even close. That's why I think they'll win the NFC South, Carolina. They brought in a whole new staff, and Frank Reich gets shit on, but his first year in Indy, they did win a playoff game, but he did have Andrew Luck. But, yeah, he's got the best quarterback in the division now in Bryce Young. I don't know, he got Bryce Young or Derek Carr. Future turn Bryce Young. Could be better than Derek Carr by the end of this year. Who knows what happens? Who knows what's going to happen? But Carolina, intriguing. I think they'll win the NFC South. That's just me. Tennessee Titans, just like all the other teams, an intriguing the quarterback situation with Levis, Willis, and Ryan Tannehill. I think there'll be a solid 7 wins minimum because Vrabel's an amazing coach. Roster's the worst it's been in his era in Tennessee. It's the quarterbacks. Who's going to play by Christmas time? Will it be Will Levis or Ryan Tannehill? Intriguing for the Titans. Indianapolis Colts, similar to the Texans, intriguing quarterback. How is Anthony Richardson? Will it be this hybrid of Josh Allen and Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson and be just an absolute, like a Justin Fields, just like dominate games, keep his teams in games by himself? Or will he show that youth and being only like 21 years old? Intrigued by the Colts. And last but certainly not least, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who went on that red-hot run late in the year last year, came back, I think it's 27 or 28-0 to beat the Chargers in the wild card game. Jacksonville, it's either great or good. Do I think they're more entertaining than the Baltimore Ravens? No. Do I think they're more entertaining to watch than the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears, and the Bills, and the Cowboys, and the Chargers? No. I'm going to put them in good. They're just efficient. They win games. They're not that fun to watch. This is what this video is about. It's about how fun are these teams to watch. And, yeah, there we go. And let me know what you think in the comments of this tier-making list. And, yeah, everyone have a great day. Be safe.